In the days when the earth was still young, the children of Adam dwelt in fields and valleys, raising their flocks and harvesting from the ground what the Creator had given them. Their songs were simple, their hands unbloodied by war, and the air was filled with the voices of children laughing in the evening light. The rivers ran clear, the mountains stood unbroken, and the beasts of the earth lived as they had been fashioned. But above the earth, in the high places of heaven, unseen eyes watched. They were the watchers, mighty beings appointed to guard and guide mankind. For generations they looked upon the earth, but within their hearts shadows began to stir. Among them rose a leader tall and radiant, whose name was Semyaza. One night, as the stars burned like fire across the sky, Semyaza called the chiefs of the watchers together. His voice was like thunder restrained. Brothers of the high places, you have seen the daughters of men. Their beauty shines like the dawn, and their voices are sweeter than the waters of Eden. Why should the sons of heaven not take pleasure in them? Let us descend and choose wives for ourselves, that we may bear children of might upon the earth. A silence fell upon the gathering. The watchers looked one to another, for they knew the decree of the Most High forbade such things. At last one among them spoke, Semyaza, this deed is folly. If we descend, the wrath of heaven will burn against us. Curse of eternity will be upon our heads. But Semyaza's eyes blazed like molten gold. Then let us bind ourselves with an oath, he said, so that none may turn back and leave the rest to bear the sin alone. Together we shall rule the earth. Together we shall become more than watchers, we shall be kings. The others wavered, but desire gnawed at their hearts. One by one they agreed, until 200 angels bound themselves with curses upon the summit of Mount Hermon. And in that hour their fate was sealed. Like falling stars they descended, their radiance veiled from mortal eyes, yet their presence struck the earth with trembling. The women of mankind beheld them and were astonished, for their beauty and power were unlike any sons of Adam. And so the watchers took wives for themselves, and the women bore them children who were not wholly of heaven, nor wholly of earth. These children grew with unnatural speed, towering above their kin, their voices deep as storm winds, their laughter like the breaking of trees. They were called the Nephilim, the giants of old, men of renown whose strength none could withstand. But their hunger was never sated. They consumed the labor of men, stripping the fields bare, and when no food remained, they turned upon men themselves. Blood ran in the valleys, and terror spread across the land. And worse still, the watchers did not only take wives. They opened the hidden books of heaven and revealed secrets never meant for mortal hands. Azazel, chief among them, forged iron in the fire and hammered it into blades, teaching men the art of war. To women he gave the paints of the earth, enchantments, and the dark knowledge of how to bend men's hearts. Others taught the signs of the stars and the courses of the moon. They revealed the cutting of roots and the binding of spirits. The mysteries of heaven, once pure and holy, were twisted into weapons of vanity, sorcery, and bloodshed. And the earth was corrupted, yet corruption reached deeper still. The watchers in their